All right, good morning. It is another frigid morning out. I'm looking at the temperature gauge of my car. And I don't know if it's got caught up to the outside. -8 degrees Fahrenheit. And then with wind chill, I don't know what the wind chill is, and it's even colder. So it's cold. But that beat winter sometime here in Wisconsin. Not sometime, we always get this weather at some point. It just depends how often we get it and for how long we get it. But we've had a pretty mild winter. But anyway, I'm going to the gym this morning, and today is more upper body focus. Well, it is all upper body focus. Do some chest work, some shoulder work, some back work, tricep work, bicep work. Doing 5 sets of everything. And so 5 exercises, and so 25 sets total. And being at week 3 of 4 for this particular period, increasing the weight a little bit on each. Yesterday, leg day. Man, legs are nice and sore, which is good. Was feeling them yesterday, and which I'm glad about the progress getting with with the legs, and just with my form and getting that more dialed in. I'm trying to I have some limited ankle mobility, and why that matter is on my squats, I'm not quite getting where my coach wants me with my knees over my toes, and I try to. I don't know if it's just a cue that I can't do, or it's just a limited ankle mobility. I stand with my heels elevated, and it just, I don't know. I know I've avoided that ankle issues over the years, and playing competitive sports, and ankles were always one of my issues. Thankfully, never any surgeries or anything like that, but is limited ankle mobility always been. So I got to work on some stretches and doing some things to see if I can improve that, increase that, because it's never something I ever focused on, is having the ankle mobility. But I could see why on this knees over toes for squats, why it's so important, especially when you watch some videos of people doing it, and you're like, and you see them bending, and you're like, what the heck, people can do that? And people can have that much flexibility in their ankle. I just thought it was normal what I had. And I guess it's a lesson for all of us, is sometimes you don't know what you don't know. And when it came to ankle mobility, I just thought it was what it was, and everybody had that, but I didn't really understand that knees over toes, that was something. Watching videos with people with it, like, man, I see their ankles, like, how the heck, and they got all this weight, and ankle mobility. Got to work on my ankle mobility. And so I do some stretches for that kind of stuff, and also try to get into the bottom half of the squat, not with a ton of weight, but and just sit there and stretch it that way too. So I'm going to work on some ankle mobility, so I want to improve it, and I'm sure that having ankle mobility is going to help other areas. But today I also want to talk about is showing up to play, and showing up to win. And so it's NFL playoff time, and on Sunday, and so sorry for any of the Cowboy fans. I'm not one of those guys that rubs it into people's faces. Like, I have employees that work for me, are huge Cowboy fans. The Packers won pretty decisively, and Packers are the lowest seed ever to win. Win the game. The 7th seed. It's relatively new in the NFL. First 7th seed, I believe, to win. The youngest team ever in the playoffs, and they won. So obviously, then the youngest team ever to win, and they won pretty darn decisively. I mean, all their receivers are first and second year players. Their quarterbacks first year started, but they showed up to play. But and they won, but I want to go back a little bit with them. Like, the Packers earlier in the year, we, as Packer fans, we were excited to watch, because it's a new era, and young, and it's just, it's new, and but obviously concerned, like, will Jordan Love be the quarterback of the future? And early in the year, it started off okay, but then they crapped the bed. I think they were like 2-5 at one point or something along those lines. They weren't looking good at all. But throughout the year, the rest of the season, you could start seeing the glimpses. You could see that things were starting to come together. The players were improving week to week, not just their quarterback, but all the different players. And they're on this ascension, working, getting better and better. In the center spot, not so great. They had some blips of here, showing, some okay stuff, and hit a low spot, but they kept on working. They kept on putting the effort in. They kept on trying to improve. They didn't give up, even though when the season looked like it was going nowhere. And they started to improve, and ascending. And they get to the playoffs, and they play an incredible game. They played an incredible game. Defense, they had a lot of pressures on the quarterback, a couple interceptions, one return for a touchdown. The offense was clicking, drives, long plays, sustained drives, running the ball. Special teams, whatever, special teams. I think he missed an extra point, but any which way is, and then ended up winning. Now they play San Francisco. I personally don't think they're gonna beat San Francisco. Well, I didn't think they'd beat Dallas, but the point I'm making is they showed up to play and they won, and they took down a team that was favored by a lot of points, and they won. And for us as salespeople, if that's what you're in, or really anything going after in life, is that you can do hard things. You can achieve bigger things than you thought if you put the work in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, and you get that steady improvement and that growth, and then you can take down a giant. For some, is landing that big account. Some, it might be getting that job promotion, or whatever it is. But it doesn't just happen. You don't just not practice, not put in the work, not try to improve, not study and try to improve your craft. You can't not do those things and expect to win. You have to put the work in every day with intention to improve, and that's important. Intention to improve, and then you can take down those giants. So in the case of the Packers, it was those Cowboys. All right, so I'm at the gym right now, and so you have yourself a great day. Stay warm. See ya.